Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 9, Episode 4 of Joan of Arc, and we are playing from the Apocalypse expansion set. And our scenario here is the Sabbat. It says June 7th, 1415, near Toulouse. Basically, we have four factions, holy and unholy. Angels, Unicorn is on the board from round 3. We've got... Forces of the Witch have created the pentagram as one of our scenarios. We've also got the lava burst that came out in round 2, I believe. Maybe it was even round 1, where the actual lava came up and sent so many of the forces of good off to death. We have archangels and angels involved in the battle. We've got the relic on the board. Wandering relic, and we've also collected 5 wood tokens to burn the witches at the stake. So maybe our forces of good will be trying to burn the witches at the stake, and our undead forces will be trying to siege the church, and maybe our witches will be trying to raise the Antichrist this round. So let's get into it. Before we do, first shout out to our sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. It's 2023, guys. Happy New Year. Go check out our link below. This is how we are trying to grow the channel and also trying to support our bookstore. You've got the Hermeticism of Hastur, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, both of these books available from our bookstore. You can also check them out on Amazon. We've got tons of books out there, so go check out the website, check out the bookstore. The Alchemy of Azathoth is in proofreading mode. We should be publishing this within the first few months of 2023. So these books also, you can read any of them out of order. They're part of a 6-book series that includes the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence and these disclosures from the Necronomicon fragment. Really looking forward to getting these out to you guys. So go check that out. We also have that podcast channel you can check out, our Patreon. And as usual, if you like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Ring the bell to be notified. We've got 9 seasons now of Joan of Arc out there, lots of miniature paint-through videos, and we're doing a Song of Ice and Fire these days. Eldritch Horror is still out there. We're going to be launching our Eldritch Horror modification. We'll be game testing it here on the channel, so you can check news out for that out in the Patreon as well. I'll be posting some posts on that. So let's jump into turn 4 without further ado. So we've moved the token to indicate a moon phase. So you've got the moon phase and the sun phase. Moon phase favors the forces of darkness. Sun phase favors the forces of good. And the moon phase will give extra yellow dice for defense for the forces of darkness. So we'll begin again top of the roster with our witches. The witches faction. We'll move our council phase, get our cards set, and jump into the gameplay. So let's leave this here. Let's turn over our... We get 3 each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got that set. Let's turn over our war council cards. We can take a reactivate. So basically got the choice of activation tokens. And I think I will give the... yeah, well, it looks like the forces of the Holy Relic, they've already got the plenty of activation tokens. Let's give them reactivation tokens instead. So they can take a reactivation token. I'll do the same for, I'll do an interrupt for the witches, give them a way out. I'll also grab an extra token for the, for our Grand Inquisitor. And let's jump into the round. So we'll start out, we'll get that main card out for put it on the Sabbath witches. Okay, so their goal here is just checking the victory conditions. Sabbath witch. Once the conditions are, the Antichrist be given birth in the following condition. A demon unit must be present in the area containing a witch. So we need to get a demon unit into here. Oh, okay. We have to get a church, a voracious demon, and a witch in a pentacle, cemetery, or during the night. So we've got to do that. So let's kind of focus on this. We can focus on that, and let's have the witches then just go ahead and let's just have them do a normal attack into this region. I will leave the witch here in this space, but we'll activate these into this area. And we will use an activation token for that. So those witches will activate. We'll also activate this group here. We'll move these into, I want to say let's move them into the actual, well, they won't all fit. So let's split them. We'll move some skeletons in here to fight outside the church here. So let's move this skeleton army in. And we'll move the mounted skeletons into this area to fight against this archangel and these characters here. And let's move this winged demon into the lava area. We can move him down around. So we'll move these here. These will take on the angel. I played without the bases this time. I don't know why. I just felt like maybe it was... I was going to try this out differently, just to try to play without the bases. Sometimes I feel the bases are obstructing somewhat. So let's also activate. Do we have another activation we can do? Yeah, why not? Let's move these knights, these skeletons also. We can move these skeletons down to this region as well. And that should activate all of those. So let's go get into the attacks. So we'll first start with these skeletons against, it looks like just the standard provincial militia, which will get a yellow die in defense. So we'll go ahead and roll those. So skeletons versus skeletons will get, if at least one of their skeleton used in the same area, +1. Does the witch give a special gain +1 if at least one enemy unit is destroyed during your turn? Okay, so we can do that. So let's go ahead and get the skeleton dice, which are yellow. Our defending dice will be yellow as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with those 4 skeletons. We'll roll 4 and then we'll defend 4. Okay, so we got to push a shield. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll 2 and 2. So we'll roll 2. Shield blocks this and 2 more. So 2 of our, let's say our peasants here, move to the infirmary there. Okay, and then let's go with the mounted skeleton there as well. Mounted skeleton. He can also do an attack. Mounted skeleton attacks with red and white, and we'll add those defenses as well. So a red and white mounted skeleton. We get an injury. When defeating, cancel 1 push. Okay, and that's not a defense, so one of these guys gets sent off. And the Sabbath Witch also can go. Sabbath Witch will go with 2 reds. And let's have her attack as well. The attack the penitent there. And that will be sent, one of these penitents gets sent off to the infirmary as well. So that'll be that. Let's go ahead into this, this battle here. Let's have skeletons attacking the the peasants there as well. So skeletons rolling a die. We got 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. This one is actually here. These are there. Okay, so penitents attacking the die. Okay, and then their defense. So we get a push here. Do we have anything that says the witch? No. The Sabbath witch. One enemy is destroyed in a turn, so she also gained this token here for the Sabbath witch. She gets a power token. And that's going to do it for attacks on those. Let's have 4 skeletons attacking the Archangel Raphael. So the Archangel here, he gets a defense of 2 black die. Plus he gains a yellow die for defense. And he is able to when attacking, 1 shield becomes 1 power point. So he gets to block. Let's give him a reroll on this one too. So I'll spend one of his rerolls right now. And he's able to not block that. So he's going to be sent back out here at the moment. Okay. He just takes 1 damage for that. So we'll put a damage token on him. Actually, he can stay there. He just takes the damage token. Okay, so let's move into the skeleton attack here. So these mounted skeletons, they attack with yellow and red. So yellow, red. 2, 3, 4, 5. And against this angel, angel gets defense of 2 black. Gets 2 shields blocking these. So those 2 attacks are blocked. There's also can go block for each. Blocked, and that's a block. So angel takes no damage from the first 4 skeletons. Let's have the skeletons also go against those minor characters there. So there's it looks like there's a knight and the last 3 can go. 1, 2, 3. These will all get yellow defense. And we get a block, a slain, and a slain. So yeah, these are basically moved out here. That's not looking good. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the witches. Let's go ahead and move now to second player. Second player to activate, it will be the Inquisitor. Actually, the Holy Relic goes with the Inquisitor, not with the angels. I got to move that thing out. Unicorn goes with the... So these guys will activate next. This is the Inquisitor and the Holy Relic. So we'll start out with activations for... we're going to activate this guy, actually. He is going to cut that tree. We will activate... well, first of all, we're going to rally these guys that we have to rally to our rally point down here. And we'll activate this entire group that they can move in and fight these skeletons. So we'll have these move in to fight the skeletons. And we'll also activate these to move in and fight skeletons. We'll split some of these over to fight against these skeletons. And we'll move an angel and an angel. By activating this angel, we get to move multiple angels. We'll retreat these 2 angels back to the church to make that more difficult. And we have a token in reserve that we can keep. So by activating the Angelic Herald, we can move all those angels, but we're just moving them. We're not... Angelic Herald doesn't activate in this turn. Sorry. This goes for the next turn. That's fine. We can activate him on his own turn. Okay, so we've moved these forces in. let's go ahead and do our attacks. So we've got militia. We'll go through one by one. We've got the provincial militia. We do have a card to play here. It says, immediately after play, choose an enemy unit in any area that cannot perform an action. So let's just put it on this demon. We'll just put this demon. Oh, actually, we have to spend 3 on that. Let's hold up on that. Let's save that in case the Antichrist is spawned. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the provincial militia. We've got 2 provincial militia. They will attack the skeletons. We got an injury and a rout. We can roll some defense. The rout gets blocked, but the injury gets taken. Move 1 skeleton to the infirmary. Let's go ahead and now move into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peasants. Peasants can roll yellow. 5 of these. We get blocks. Let's so those are skipped. And let's go to the heretics or the penitents. And the devotees, they'll be rolling single die, white, against skeletons. Again, skeletons rolling. Block, but a skeleton is injured. Can move a skeleton to the injury. And then finally, the guide, the priest. There is penitents. So the penitents also can go. We got 2 injuries and 2 injuries. So actually a push, skeleton gets pushed back, and a skeleton goes off to the infirmary. So that is going to do it for those villagers in this square. Let's move on to the ones in this square. Again, we've got the executioner can change in an adjacent square, can change a yellow die into an attack. So let's go with the 4 yellow dice here. These both get changed to kills. So we get 2 pushes and 2 kills. We can roll defense and no defenses. So 4 skeletons, 2 skeletons pushed, and 2 skeletons sent off to the infirmary. And then let's lastly have an attack of the pikemen versus the mounted skeleton. We get a push. Again, with the executioner, these turn into 3 attacks and no defense. The mounted skeleton also sent off to the infirmary. Okay. So that's going to do it for the Inquisitor. Let's move the token down now from the Inquisitor to player 3. Player 3 is going to be our demonic forces. So the demonic forces are up next. This is the voracious demons, the gargoyles, this whole section. They will, let's have them also move to advance down. Oh wait, one other thing, I forgot one activation. Sorry, there's one other activation here. He is going to chop that tree down. Get that wood for this. This last guy is going to chop a tree down. So I forgot this on the, so we get this token, it's the 6th token. And we grab our last indicator. This is indication 1. And our special rule here is the old cemetery is discovered. So now we get to place the old cemetery card on the board. The old cemetery is discovered. And the power here says, place the cemetery hex on the removed trees hex. Place all units present on the area. Place 2 skeleton units under player's 1 army's control. The cemetery works as a rally point for player 1's army. So player 1, oh. So actually we discovered the skeleton, but it's a dual rally point now. So they've got actually more evil land is opening up. And so we can take 2, we can rally like 2 dead skeletons, I suppose. We'll take them out of the true dead area. And we'll rally these into the cemetery. So these are now in the cemetery. So it's sort of like the dead are waking. Sort of like not a good sign for us. Okay, not a good look. Okay, let's move on to the Devourers. Again, we'll move these Devourers. We'll take the activation tokens. Let's move 1 in here, 1 in here, and I think that's it. We can move this one as well. Let's move him into the church. Move them into the church. And let's have them fight. And we'll move these down. They're going to try to escape these angels. They can move down here. These will just move down 1 space. Okay, so let's have the flying demon. Flying demon will attack with a red and a yellow. Let's have him attack against the Archangel here. Archangel Raphael. He's already got 1 injury. He's got a attack there, but let's see what he can do. He takes another damage. So Archangel Raphael takes 1 other damage. Raphael. So let's have the Devourers go after 2 peasants. Devourers get reds. Peasants get no attack. So there's 1 instant death and 1 move to the... So put him out here for to be dead. Okay, so next up we have the Gargoyle. There's a single Gargoyle left. He will roll the yellow die. And... again, against the peasants, no defense, so that peasant is routed. And then lastly, the voracious demon can go with a red, and that is a shield and no effect. And that will wrap it up for player 3. Lastly, player 4, the angelic player. Again, let's move like I mentioned. We'll take our activations. We'll move these, and we'll move him and him. We're going to move all of these into, well, again, how do we stop? We can go against a witch. So let's have this angel go right against the Sabbath witch. And let's have these angels come back into the church for defense. And we'll also have this angel activate into this space as well, the Herald Angel. So, yeah, and I think we can rally this last angel to the rallying point. Let's also give him an activation. As they have 3 reserve, we'll activate this angel from the rally point, and we'll bring him down to combat the Sabbath witch. So we're going to take these guys against the witches. I just want to read quickly the... To erect a bonfire, a player must activate an area containing at least 5 wooden tokens. Discard these tokens. All units... So we can load 3 tokens into the wagon as well. So that we can load 3 tokens into this wagon. We have to try to get that wagon over there in next round. So let's work on doing that for next round. And then we can also have tokens from we have to load it up twice. So we can load the wagon up, and then we can have, maybe do we have any mounted units? We can give 3 tokens to the Holy Relic as well, something like this, and then the Holy Relic will have to move those all over as well. Because these were cut down from this guy, so we can move those into the Holy Relic. Okay, so that'll be our, sort of our plan. Let's go ahead and have the angels do the combat. So we'll have this angel attack the Sabbath Witch. That angel can have a red and a white. Sabbath Witch gets a black defense, so let's roll that out. Sabbath Witch is injured, routed as injured. So let's give her, does she have a damage that she can take here? She has 3 health, yeah, so we can give her 1 damage. And let's have our other angel attack the normal witch, who I believe has got a 2-sided version, right? So the normal witch also will get attacked, and the normal witch has a white defense with a yellow defense as well for the roll. She will get routed back to the cemetery. Yeah, let's do that. We'll also have these angels attacking. Let's have them attack the Devourer. So the Devourer gets an angelic attack with 3 red and black. Get this red. So the devouring, actually the voracious demon is sent packing. Other angel attack is with red and white against this and this. Red and white is injured, routed, shield, so we'll send one of the voracious demons to here, and one more angel can go, again replicating this, routed. So let's have one more devourer routed out to this lava. Let's just push him out this way. He's kind of safe in the lava, no one can attack him there. Okay, so I believe that is going to do it for the angels. Oh, we also have the unicorn. What can the unicorn? We didn't activate the unicorn actually, but the unicorn says when attacking and defending, the cost of a card is reduced by 1. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, do we have some cards here for this group? No, we've already played them. Okay, so that looks like that's going to do it for the 4 players. Let's go into our camp phase, and we'll roll our casualty checks, and we will progress to close out round 4. So first we get a rally for skeleton. Next we get a rally for another skeleton. Next we get, and actually we can put these in this rally point as well. So let's rally the skeletons to this new cemetery. We get a death for a skeleton, which is going to be an experience point for our guys here. We get another infirmary, so this skeleton can stay in the infirmary. Let's go to the Devourer rally point here. Mounted Knight rally point here. Injury to this penitent stays here. Rally point for our demon. Injury for our peasant. Injury for peasant. Rally for our soldier. Waiting for our eye. Oh, waiting is down here. Death for our character here. Can give this to the Sabbath Witches. And rally for our devotee. And finally, waiting for our peasant. Okay, so that's going to do it. Wrap it up for those. Okay, guys, so let's see you in turn number 5. Turn number 5 will be a daylight phase. We've got 2 more phases left of this game. So looking forward to it. A lot's happened in this round. We're going to try to maybe burn the witches at the stake by moving these carts. So a big move is coming up. We're looking to rally the forces, keep the church protected, but as well try to burn the witches at the stake. So it's kind of getting, you can see how we have to split our forces to defending and moving forward here. So let's give it a try in round 5. Thank you guys for watching. See you next turn. Bye-bye.